the ancient world, humans were not hunters. They were prey. Every day began with a cry and ended in silence. Because in a world ruled by giant predators, bravery meant nothing.
The earth itself carried the memories of how often we were hunted.
Land, sky, and shadow all wanted our flesh.
Even the smallest among us were never safe.
The sky itself was a weapon.
But for the first time, humans started fighting back. That didn't stop the monsters from coming. And this time, the killer walked on 2 inches of silence.
The silence of the plains meant only one thing. Death was listening.
And death never came alone.
Hyenas the size of bears struck first.
And they hunted what was easiest to find.
Wood against weight and hunger.
The forest shadow stepped forward next. Land, sky, and silence closing in. No one was spared. Not the young, not the old. A single leap, and a life ended. They didn't flee as a tribe. They fled as animals. They ran toward the only place worse than the plains, the forest. The forest did not protect them. It hid the things that hunted there. The plains hunter lost them for now. But the forest had its own rulers.
They heard footsteps, too many to count.
Took its first victim.
In the dark, humans lost the one thing predators feared: fire.
And then came a sound, older than fear itself. The forest watched them from every angle. There was no running, no climbing, no hiding. The earth itself pushed back.
And the forest claimed another life. Then, they found a hole in the earth.
A shelter too small for a tribe too large.
And stone began to lose against bone.
They waited for the end, in total darkness.
And one of them stepped into the night to save the rest.
became prey, so they could breathe. And then, nothing!
When dawn finally came, it revealed only what the night left behind. They emerged, not knowing what waited for them next.
The forest carried a new danger. Fire.
In a world of predators, even nature hunted us.
And something massive was coming.
It did not stalk in silence. It walked like a storm. There were killers we knew, and killers we could not imagine. The forest trapped them between two deaths.
They tried to fight the flames. And the flames laughed. And the prey fled.
No human alive had ever seen it, and lived. It walked like the earth itself was angry.
In fear, they split. The worst mistake.
A monster that ruled long before lions.
And it feared nothing.
And life ended. They were trapped between fire and fury.
The smallest lungs suffered first. And yet, they prepared to fight. The first time, the monster stepped back.
The beast did not retreat. It returned angrier.
And the earth shook with its fury.
They climbed death itself with bare hands. Some paid the price immediately.
And some stood, even when their legs trembled. And some stood, even when their legs trembled.
And from terror came strategy. They turned the fire that hunted them into the fire that saved them. The unstoppable began to fall.
And for the first time, humans killed the monster.
And the forest shook, as if exhaling.
Survival tasted like smoke and loss.
They lived, but not all of them. And the living tended to the dying, with the little the world allowed them.
When the sun rose, the world looked different.
Because on that night, humans learned they could fight back. And the next generation learned what their world demanded.
They left the forest as something new. They were no longer prey. Not entirely.
But the world had bigger hunters still. And soon, they would meet them.